Hey guys, I'm gonna be playing Uno, and there's not gonna be any audio because I'm gonna have to carry this video just by talking, which I haven't really done. I've always had something kind of, I guess even now I'm playing it Uno in the background, but I'm not really gonna be like focused on Uno like I am at Counter Strike, right? So it's gonna be more of just like that background gameplay. Jeez. Forgot I can play with my controller. That's interesting. I guess I'll just play on controller for this and just kind of chill out and talk to you guys because, as much as I do my daily check-in, as much as I uh, kind of ramble on and on about that and about being a good person, about being better and being productive, it seems like I should listen to myself sometimes because I guess I'm a little more important to my own development than I think I am. And I wanted to. I think I'm gonna name this something along the lines of Time Capsule, because this is going to be a time capsule for May, and I did a lot this month. At least I like to think that I did. While May was mostly a time of cooling off, from drawing, and hell, I don't even think I read any of the, because I'm supposed to be reading my Bible scriptures every day. I don't think I did a single one this month. Sorry, Freudian slip. Um, yeah, it's not good, right? Because I've been trying to take a break from like drawing and journaling as much so I can log my drawings and log my journals and go more that route throughout this month, so I can just get this damn thing built so I can start actually using it properly. But first, I feel like I need to catch up, right? I feel like I need to catch up on my drawings. I need to catch up on my journalings. Otherwise, I'm gonna run into this trap where I keep trying to self-preservate, and it's just not gonna work. And today when I was in the shower, I felt that I really did feel that, and I did something I shouldn't have in the shower, and you guys can all guess what that is. And it's so embarrassing to admit something like that on the internet, isn't it? Um, but I think if everybody did just admit that, right? If they did just come out and be like, yeah, this is something that I do. Like if we were all just a lot more open and honest with each other, we could kind of destroy that taboo, maybe, and just kind of be better, I guess, as a society, I think. And I really just wanted to come on here because like I kind of need a win today. And this video is mostly for me. And cuz this month isn't even over yet, right? But this month I've ran quite a bit. Let's actually get a while I'm sitting here, let's get a little count of my runnings this month, right? Well, I mean, first off, like I've done a lot of walking as well. Walking, I'm not sleeping on. I've done 28 miles this month of walking. It's pretty good, you know. 2,700 calories burned just from that. 20 from the 28 miles that I walked. But I also did 36 miles of running this month as well. Last month I did 40, which is pretty crazy. In March I did 13, but this month I've done 36. So I mean, I still have time. And honestly, I was going to run today, but I got a text message from my girlfriend saying, we got our moms, not our moms, I'm not one of those, but her and her sister were like, yeah, we have our moms, like them, dinner tonight, which I completely forgot about, and I was totally banking on running tonight. So it's kind of tough doing that. And I ate Freddy's today, so my no fast food rule I broke. I'm just being transparent with you guys. Like I have rules that I need to do every day to feel fulfilled, right? To feel satisfied with the day, and I keep breaking my own rules. Whether it be no caffeine or no jerking off. Yes, I said the taboo thing that we're not supposed to do, right? it's what happened, you know. This is what happens. And for those of you who know me and are watching this and are like, ew, you're disgusting. You're such a fiend. You're gross. You're nasty. Like, why would you do that? You know, this isn't something that I want to do. It's like when you discover your friend starts smoking crack or something, or like meth. It's like they're not happy that they're doing it. You know, it got out, and do with the information that you will. But I wouldn't expect you to uh, look at me the same or look at me different. You know, it's something that happens, and I know I've had this problem for decades now, and I've been trying to fix it. I've been trying to mitigate it, especially by making this application and logging my habits and having like streaks and trying to be better and grow from this. But it's very, very difficult and it's dark how many people are affected by this. And I didn't want to be a YouTube channel that was just like guru talking about jerking off and retention and all this shit. I don't want to be this person because I think that it's been done to death, and quite frankly, you can only listen to it so much. You only listen to, like, I tried to stop jerking off for X amount of days by so many people, and it's just, it gets to a point where it's just like, you're just sitting there and watching the self-help videos. You know, it's like reading self-help books but not actually doing anything. And it's funny because I guess the cycle is now reading the self-help book, watching the self-help YouTube videos and YouTubers, and then trying to do it, and then when you fail, you make a YouTube video to try to feel gratitude, I guess, or feel like you're doing something for yourself, but you're just not. And maybe I shouldn't even be making this video, but you know, regardless, this isn't a video about sitting here and jerking off. This is a video about trying to better myself and just talk about May. You know, let's just talk about May. So, May, I did a pretty good amount of running this month. That was good. You know, let's talk about positives because there are a lot of positives that I've done this month, right? So, let's kind of get those kicking. Well, sorry, excuse me. Let's see when the last time I drew was, because that is important because I do want to talk about my drawing. May 5th, I drew Invincible, but then I also drew Invincible after that, so not really the best indication of my drawing. I do need to add some more to my art folder. I've got a folder on I've got a folder on my phone where I log all my artwork, and I definitely still have some that I need to add from this. Oh, jeez, from this last couple months. But anyways, like, yeah, I'll just scroll up and see. It's looking like May 8th, no? May 9th. Yeah, May 9th was the last time I drew, so I haven't drawn in several weeks. And to be honest, I don't really want to draw until everything is uploaded and I'm not just feeling like I'm lagging behind. And maybe this video is kind of like it. Well, if I had just started uploading my artwork, you know, I would have that done. I shouldn't even be making this video at this point. If I have time to do it and I'm not doing it, then I'm wasting. It almost feels like a waste of time. I don't know if you guys feel this way, where like I almost don't want to play this game because I have so much to do on something like a CS source, but you know, at least this has achievements where I could get them. I just have to beat 3 AI games, but I mean, the AI is whooping me, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, like I've done a couple drawings this month, some Invincible ones. I was taking some drawing kind of courses from David Finch. It's funny because I want to say David Fincher, but that's the director. But no, I think it's David Finch. What else has happened this month? You know, I started doing Japanese. You know, oh, did I even mark those? Oh, I need to add those. Okay. Wow, I'm behind. Okay. Yeah, maybe I started last month, you know, kind of towards the end, but, you know, this month, like, I've hit my 30 days for, I'm actually on day number 35 for streaks on my Duolingo, And it's very important to me because like this Japan trip is something that I'm really looking forward to. And when you're trying to save money, it almost feels like it's pointless if you're not working towards a goal. And to be honest, I uh, every time I think about uh, this Japan trip, I'm really excited because I'm learning this language. I've put down the money for Duolingo, and I want to be there with my friends. Like I see the environment, I see the I see the vision. I want to spend about a week there and just doing that. So I'm excited to really like learn the language, And I would speak some for you guys, but I'm a little insecure about it, I guess. Oh, did I not call? Ugh, I didn't call bingo. Bingo. I didn't call Uno. Ugh. But this month, like, with those good, right? There's always something that's got to be bad. You can't have good without bad. And I've hung out with friends this month. I've put a lot into the markets this month. Again, just because I'm fortunate in terms of having a good job, and I should be working right now, but it's the end of the day, and I need to get this off my chest after showering. Um, I'm fortunate enough to have money to put in the markets, and the markets have been booming. This last month, I'm up about 2,500, which is pretty crazy, but just investing it into these ETFs and having them grow has been great. 2,500 bucks in a month, crazy, crazy. It's been very nice watching that grow, and I wanted to kind of point out these wins. Like 36 miles ran, $2,500 made in the markets. And while I haven't been saving as much as I should, just being able to put down or like put away money now and knowing it's going to grow. I know I talked a lot about stocks this morning, but just being able to have that nest egg and to fall back on that if I need to has been really nice, and that's something that I've prided myself in, having that cushion. When I used to work at my old job, I used to say, okay, I'm not going to get out of here until I have $10,000 to my name, and I did that. Now, granted, I was fortunate enough to be living from home. My parents didn't put me on the streets, didn't charge me rent. They were amazing parents, and I was very fortunate in that. But that meant I could stash away like $2,500 a month, right? But I don't have that luxury now that I'm paying rent, utilities, and one thing that I'm just trying to do is pushing the dollar as much as I can, right? Knowing that the market will return more than my savings account, I'm putting a lot more into the market because, like I said, I don't really have much to save up towards. I've got like this kind of beater car. It'd be nice to have something a little nicer, but I'm not gonna just drop like 17 grand on a nice car, or even not even a nice car, just like a nice kind of Honda, just something that will suffice me. But I keep getting skipped. I'm getting hoed down in this match right now, but yeah, like the goods, running, investing. I've done walking 28 miles, like I said. That's awesome. That's awesome. I was able to play basketball a couple times. I'm going to play basketball tomorrow as well, which will be nice. And, like seeing... Why'd I get a... Come on now. I'm getting screwed over in this game, but whatever. Like I said, I'm literally getting played. This is crazy. Like tonight is going to be dinner at my girlfriend's parents, so that's going to be cool. And just the... Gosh, I lost my train of thought. I'm just trying to list like good things that have happened this month, right? Like good food. I've been to a couple, I went to the my community college's graduation because my buddy graduated. At a bonfire for my friend's birthday. Like I went to Obsession. That was an amazing movie, and I'm screwed here. I'm done. I'm done in this. Yeah, this is bad. I've got like the whole deck. Anyways, I've seen a lot of good movies. I've started leaving the letterbox reviews. I started my website this month, and just really being able to dig into that has been great. So uploading what I need or what I want to for kind of a self-preservation type of thing. Starting this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel started this month. I'm pretty sure it might have been end of April, but I'm looking at it as this month, right? That and my Japanese and my walks and all these things. I'm just leaning towards this month. Like end of April is counting towards this month. That's what I'm saying. So the walking, the running, the basketball, the going out with friends, the watching good movies, the investing in the portfolio. I've had a lot of good, but I've also had a lot of bad, and I've foreshadowed that, I guess, a little bit with the jerking off thing, and I wanted to kind of bring this up because it's important. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it real quick, and you guys can clip this up and throw it in my face whenever you want to say I talk guru and I try to present myself as some extraterrestrial human being. You guys can put this up. But look, that's just what I do, and I'm not saying oh, that's what I do, like whatever type of thing. It's like I don't want to be that person, but when you do it enough and you have it kind of run your life, it's hard to not be viewed as, oh, you're just like a horny guy, and it's disgusting, and I don't want to be that. And I was that in my last relationship, and it was not good, and it ruined that. Now, I'm not saying that the outcome of ruining it has been bad. I'm saying that because, like, I think about everything that I've learned and grown from since that happened, and I'm not saying it needed to happen, but sometimes you need to be smacked in the face in order to kind of watch your mouth. I'm not okay. That might bite me in the face. That might bite me later when clipped out of context. But what I'm trying to say is, you sometimes need to have something bad happen to you to kind of wake yourself up. Like my car accident, I view that as a huge waking up moment, and sometimes I need to remind myself of that moment where it's like, I could have been taken off the face of the earth because of my stupidity, because I lied to my parents. And if you don't know the story, I drove to the Mall of America. I lied to my parents and said I wasn't. I'm doing a really bad job at telling this story. I just, on a whim, one day I wanted to go to Mall of America. Now, it's like a 4-hour drive from where I am. So I lied to my parents and just said, oh yeah, I'm just going to my friend's house. It's just what it is. He called me, I went, oh no, I'm stupid. But we started driving. It's just me and my buddy. And we get there. We take a couple photos. We go to the Lego store. We walk around a little bit. And then we go home. And it's 4 hours there, 4 hours back. Like an hour there. It was so pointless to even go. I never should have went. And I was so tired on the way back. I fell asleep and drifted off the road. And it was the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. And calling your parents and telling them that you're 2 hours out, because I was almost home. Almost like 2 hours. I was 2 hours away still. But having to call them and say, yeah, I ruined the car. And this is my dad's car too, so... Or like, not my dad's current car, but like my dad's old car that he gave to me after I got in a previous accident. Not my fault, I got rear-ended. But this one was most definitely my fault, and I shouldn't have been there, and I was an idiot. And I have to live with that. And it affects how I drive. I don't want to drive at night. It's very worrying to me. And it's left me with some kind of, is it PTSD a little bit, but like I don't like driving at night because of maybe this could happen again, which I don't think it ever will, because I'm not that dumb, but like for long car rides I won't drive. Like I can't, because I'm worried something will happen, especially if I have someone else in the car. It's very scary. But anyways, like I was saying, like this happened and this woke me up, where it's just like, for I guess lack of a better word, yeah, it woke me up to like I'm on this earth, but it's a privilege and I could be taken off in the snap of a finger. And I thank God that I did not hurt me or my passenger in that accident. Now it cost me a car, cost me a lot of money, got a ticket for reckless driving, and a pretty big tow fee because it was kind of outside of their hours. But Anyways, nobody was hurt. I got a new car, not a new car, but beater car, and I'm I'm doing all right. Okay, so things are fine. I had a phase, I guess, if you want to call it that, during that time where I was doing a lot of stupid things, and the reason I went to Mall of America in the first place was just to take photos. Right, it was literally just to take photos for Tinder at the time. I didn't have my girlfriend. I got out of my relationship. Just wanted cool photos, so I went to Mall of America with my buddy, and we were gonna go take photos. It was so stupid. It was very dumb, and I don't recommend it at all. You know, if you're gonna go on a trip and your mom texts you, you better not be going to Mall of America, because ironically, I was talking about going to a Baby Keem concert possibly that day in Minneapolis. So it's kind of funny that she literally says you better not be there, and then I was there, which I guess isn't funny. It's actually pretty sad and shameful. But you know, you live and learn, and I'm glad that my message, right, was not something that was putting anyone in danger. Well, I guess we were put in danger, but we weren't hurt. Thank God, thank goodness, thank God. But yeah, like I'm glad that I had this. I'm glad that I was able to learn this lesson, and you know, that really did wake me up to, like, there are things that other people are doing daily. I mean, this has like nothing to do with the car crash, but this is more just like me getting, because I was really lazy before this, right? And this really helped me get up off my ass and just realize, like, I gotta do what I gotta do. You know, I can be some like mid, or I can be some just kind of a suburbs type of white kid, and I can. What am I trying to say? Sorry, that draw four really screwed me right there. But like, yeah, I come from the most like average of the average Joes, right? Middle class, white, suburbs. And you're almost thinking, you're like, well, you have no problem, you have no villain backstory, you have no issues in life. You shouldn't be depressed. You shouldn't be angry. You should be happy that you are where you are. And it's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't still get up off my ass and make something of myself. Because regardless of where you are, you should still. I still believe that regardless of where you are, or where you came from, I guess, or regardless of where you came from, you should still try and strive to die in a place where you are better than your parents. If that makes sense, you know, whether it be in an artistic sense, you know, or like if so there's something tangible like running, you know, if you were faster than your father or something, like if he ran and then you started running and you try to beat his times and stuff, you know, I feel like you should strive to be better than your parents no matter what. So if they come from low income household, you know, try to bring your generation up and be better. That's like a universal message, and I know it's easier said than done, I really do. But you know, coming from somebody just so Joe Schmo, so average, it's like, well, you have no reason to have to pull yourself up from, like, you have no boots, you have no straps on your boots because you have no boots. You're not even wearing any boots. So what do you have to pull yourself up from? It's nothing really, and it doesn't mean that I have to go and like lie to myself and say, oh yeah, I need to be better and do this and that, and it's just like, because then it makes you almost seem like you're trying to be better than everybody else. And it's like, I'm not really trying to be better than anybody else. I'm just trying to be somebody who I can be happy with. And it's kind of sad that I need to be this, I guess, peak person to. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Anytime I say it, it could just be like. It sounds like I'm egotistical. It sounds like this and it sounds like that, but sometimes I feel like the reason I'm me is just because sometimes I think the reason I'm trying to do all this and wanting to. Why did you have to pick yellow? Sometimes the reason why I think I do what I do is because that's it was fine. Is because I want to try to impress some past version of myself or impress the past version of my ex, and it's sad when you think about it that way, right? Because it's like she doesn't care, and really I don't care, but like because that's what it seems like at it. I'm rambling to the point where you'll catch me saying something I shouldn't. Like if I just keep going, but like when you really stop and think about it, okay, like why am I trying to be better? Because I have here's the thing, I have a girlfriend, I have a job, I have a car. It like life's pretty freaking smooth for me right now. Like I don't need to go running. I don't need to go into like there's nothing that I'm doing that's illegal. There's nothing that I need to do that inherently needs to be stopped. But yet I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like when I eat fast food, I'm doing something wrong. I feel like when I am not running and pushing myself, I'm doing something wrong. Or when I'm working but I'm not working hard enough, I'm doing something wrong. And a long time I thought that stemmed from me not being good enough for my ex, and I need to feel like I need to be that person for myself alone, right? Where it's just like, oh, if I can be productive and I can be that guy, then I can be happy. And it's kind of it's kind of sad when you think about it like that, but it's grown past that because I like I'm in this new relationship with my girl, and it's grown past this whole obsession with being perfect for someone else. It's an obsession with being perfect for someone who isn't even alive yet, and that's my kid, right? I'm not saying I'm pregnant, Jesus. I'm saying that when I have a child, I want them to look at me the way that I looked at my dad. And and if I had any problem, I go to him. You know, I don't go to ChatGPT. I don't go to YouTube. I wanted to be that guy, you know, someone who could carry him, someone who was intimidating, who he could hide behind if he was in any trouble, or she, you know, but like someone who was in tune with life, somebody who could give good advice, and someone who they could be proud to call their dad. And isn't that what we all want? It's not about any other woman. It's about, oh, thank goodness I won. I've been waiting for this. Thank you. Even the game agreed. It's about impressing your own family. Okay? And that's what I'm on now. That's what I'm pushing towards. That's who I want to be. Is somebody who can run fast, somebody who can be great at their job, somebody who is disciplined, somebody who is focused, somebody who has goals and achieves them, who says they're going to do something and does it. Like, that's who I'm pushing to be. So this whole eating fast food is conflicting with my running and my working out and being fit. And this whole jerking off thing is conflicting with me being a disciplined individual and focused. And it's, you know, it's just so, there's nothing good that comes from it. You think there is, and in the moment, your brain will lie to you and say that there is, but there really isn't. And it sucks that I did that today, but I had to, I had to, I don't know. Maybe it was a good thing that I did in the sense that I make this video and I tell myself, like, I realign myself, because when I post this, because here's what I used to do, right? I used to do that. I used to watch that, and I used to do that, and then I would make a video on my phone, and I'd be like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. Or I'd write it down in my journal and be like, I did this today, and I'm not proud. But there's no, like, accountability. There's no watching. There's no holding me to that. And it's funny, I watched this Plaque Boy Max video talking about the same retention thing, and he was like day 1 of retention, and it was like day 2 and day 3 of like quitting something, you know. I think maybe it wasn't jerking off, maybe it was weed, I think, but he was making a daily video and then he just stopped. And please be read. Oh, thank you. I want to reverse, but if he's got a red, I'm screwed, so I'm just gonna go 7. Oh, I forgot. come on. Come on. But you know, it was kind of tough watching him stop those videos because you know that he just goes right back to what he was trying to be better than. And you know, I guess it's fine to it's fine if you relapse, I think, because you don't go into the day with the intention of relapsing, but like when that happens, you have to you have to be kind to yourself in a sense where it's just like, yeah, today was shit, but tomorrow is a new day, and we're gonna trudge onwards. So please hear me when I say, uh, yeah, I got problems. Yeah, I'm not perfect. Yeah, I'm still struggling with the same bullshit I was for the same reasons why I got broken up with. I'm still struggling with this. Caffeine also. I just drank a monster earlier. You know, I gave it up for Lent, and I went right back to it. Now, granted, I don't drink 2 cups and energy drink, and I'm grateful to be working from home where I don't need to be physically active enough to push all that shit into my body. But you know, there is I guess like if I work from home and I'm exerting no energy physically, then why do it at all, right? Why why even drink caffeine at all? I shouldn't need it. And I didn't for a while, and then I went right back to it. So it really makes you think sometimes. You know, like I'm not a perfect person, and I wanted you guys to kind of hear me on that. I don't think anybody actually thought I was some perfect deity, but just because I'm not perfect doesn't mean you can't listen. Because sometimes there's ideas and goals that are bigger than all of us that maybe I can't achieve now, but with a clear mind and discipline, I can achieve. And I want to bring every. That's the thing. That's kind of why I'm making these videos, because there's one thing I like to do is I like to watch videos of artists making their art. You know, and when I mean that, I mean like in the studio, kind of making something, or like the behind the scenes for like a film or something, where you see the process going, and it's just like this wasn't built in a day. This was an intentional decision day by day to do this, and now it's something that's bigger than anybody could have imagined, and now it's something grandiose, right? So in doing that, I wanted to make these videos where it's just like I am working day by day to be better, and the reason I want to be better is because I want to be somebody that my kid will be impressed with. I want to make a good father one day, and I know that when that day comes, I'm going to have to spend all of my time with them. And that's not a bad thing. You know, that's a good thing. That's I'd love to stop the running and to stop the caffeine addiction and to just let loose a little bit. But you know, I have to have the systems in place where I'm not just going to get fat, or I'm not just going to get lazy, or I'm not going to get complacent. You know, I have to stay on my grind. I have to stay with it. And I have to do that now while I'm young in my 20s to build up to something that is somebody that I can be proud of. So maybe there is a world where I don't play video games anymore, right? Or at least like not as much as I should. Like, cuz right now I'm doing this achievement hunting thing, and that's fine and cool, but like I don't really see myself when I'm having a kid. I don't want to buy a bunch of games. You know, I don't want to keep buying games. I'd rather just play what I have, because I've spent so much money on this collection of games, whether it be on Steam or Switch or DS or wherever. I'd rather just play them all. And sorry, I burped. I don't really know where I'm going with that, to be honest. But I'm I guess what I'm trying to say is at some point I'm gonna have to start cutting out these vices that are bad for me. You know, like buying Pokemon cards. I've been letting up on doing that. You know, I did buy an ETB and I did buy a couple packs from Target, but aside from that, I haven't been to like the actual card store where I blow like $200 on that, because I've been doing more investing and pushing more towards that. And because I think in the long run, like, cards are cool, but that's going to be more important. That's going to be a better driver of value of a, oh, dude, if you drew a 9, it would have been crazy. That's going to be the better driver for me. That's going to make you more money in the long run. I'm sorry. That's what I'm trying to say. But in any case, yeah, I really want to come on here and do a little light bragging about just like starting. I haven't even talked. When was the last time I talked about my book? I do that almost every day on my walks. I'm writing a book, right? And it's gonna be fantasy. It's gonna be a little. It might be a little derivative of some themes of like Harry Potter and Persona and Obsession. I'd like to work something of Obsession into this book. I'm just not exactly sure how. Just kind of pulling like what I like and what I've watched and engaged with recently and putting it into this story. Invincible is another one that I've been drawing some themes from as well. But like I want to do a 150-page book, and I want to have that out before a year from now. Same with like going to Japan within a year. So I think that'd be very cool. I kind of want to do a video on them because that'd be nice, and I haven't really done like a focused video on something like that. And those are the types of videos that I want to do, right? Like I have ideas for videos that I've been wanting to do for years and years, and I just haven't worked up the not energy, but like I guess the focus almost to achieve that. He really did one there. That's cool. But I would like to do that. I want to do something more than just these gaming videos and talking. I want to do talking and nice shots, nice edits. And I know you guys, I know the public backlash of this figure within the last couple years, but somebody who I really looked up to, just in terms of editing, right? Not with what he says and stuff. Has been Sneeko. That's somebody who I've been like, oh, this guy can really edit. I'm getting screwed right here. I just draw sixes crazy. But his editing style and the way he has kind of pioneered, when people say like I miss the old Sneeko, they mean like the edits, the very heavily edited videos. And I mean he still does that. It's just more of like he's, I don't know. It's coded and stuff where I don't know. Again, not trying to get into anything about ideology because that doesn't matter. It's mostly about how the video is shot and edited and framed and almost sometimes scripted as well. He's got some good scripts in terms of like if he's saying something, he reflects it in the shot, which I thought was really cool and innovative for YouTube. And I'd like to do something along that line where it's a story or it's a theme, like a video that you can show your friends and be proud of. Like, I'm not really going to show them daily check-in 5/27/26. It's not something that I'm insanely, like, proud of. It's just something that I'm checking in on and getting my reps in. So, I do want to take this YouTube thing a little more seriously in that regards. And that's just kind of what's coming up, right? So, I mean, what else? What else do I got? Because I should probably wrap this up here soon. But just kind of focusing on... Actually, yeah, let's just talk about what's coming up next, right? So, I really want to focus on continuing to do... my app is like my main priority right now is just getting everything from my journals into it, getting my artwork into it so I can get back to journaling and artwork. That's like the big one for me. Journals I'm going to have to do 2 a day, and then 1 written is kind of what I'm seeing here to kind of keep up. And artwork, I just, maybe I work on a bigger piece in between while I'm uploading my other stuff, which actually is a pretty good idea. I should just work on it like a half hour a day or something just so I can still build the base and add stuff to the app as well. What else have I got? I got reviews on there that I want to do. I want to add my letterboxd reviews onto here. I want to add like a running module on there so I can show how much I've ran this year, because like I'm tracking my weight, I'm tracking sit-ups, push-ups, and stuff like that. And it's very loose right now, just more like testing for this month. So some days I've skipped, some portions I've skipped logging, but that's fine because I'm really gonna go heavy on this next month, which is fine. And also maybe a section where I just have all my videos like this, right? And like I don't know, I think that'd be cool. So June, halfway point. Making sure that I achieve my goals and making sure that everything's good. Today was kind of crappy, but that's not to say that the rest of the week or the rest of the month needs to necessarily be bad. So yeah, I guess we'll round this out, and hopefully everything's good. Jeez, I've been talking for 40 minutes. Christ. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I mean, this has been an important video. This has been something that I've been wanting to just kind of do like a deeper dive in on and talk about. And, if you play this in the background, or you play this at your job, or you play this wherever, just know, like, no matter where you come from, just try to bring yourself up. Try to elevate yourself. Because that's what I would do. And it's becoming more and more difficult to just be normal, I guess. So it's important to just push yourself. So I don't know. And yeah, dude, like going to Japan is gonna be so much fun. I'm really excited. I really am. I don't think I'm winning this round. I'm just gonna be honest. This is tough. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. I gotta. My work should have been over technically right now, and I probably need to give a little bit more to it tonight. But I mean, yeah, like, there's no way I win this, right? I just don't think so. But yeah, I guess any of my friends out there watching, you made it this far. Leave a chat, I guess, or something. Drop something, right? Because you guys are the best for sticking around this long. And maybe I do a live stream or something. I don't know. I really don't. Draw 2, dude. I'm getting screwed. Not cool. +4, jeez. Yeah, wild. Literally wild. 6. Looks like AI Pudding's about to win here, not gonna lie. I'm gonna skip him though. Whoomp. There's a chance I win this. I really don't know though. Somebody's gonna have to lay down a. Okay, hold on. If this ends on a win, this is gonna be hype. Son of a. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that's kind of sad. Does this dude have 80? That guy have 80 cards? I'm sorry. What? What? How did he have? I think that was points. I was gonna say there's no way you have 80 cards. It's insane. That's wild. But yeah, that's about all I wanted to talk about. Just a little May time capsule, and I know the month's not over, but just want to talk to you guys about this stuff because it's like this is important to me. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are feeling these same things and don't know how to vocalize it. So, if somebody like me can start this bogus YouTube channel and when I mean bogus, I mean just uploading like gameplay and stuff. It's kind of funny. It really doesn't take much, and just OBS and a couple games, and we can get going on this, right? So, I don't know, and it's not like this channel's really taken off, and that's partially because of my fault. Like, I haven't really been advertising it. I don't let I don't let my subscribers even see my stuff. So it's just whoever stumbles upon this, which is kind of nice and organic. Yeah, like my last two videos have no views. Kind of funny. One view, and then the one before 7 views, 6 views, 5, 2. Yeah, I didn't expect us to get very many views, but this is just a daily check-in, and if you like watching, go for it. And it's just, one of these will appear in somebody's algorithm, I guess. It's kind of funny. Uh, um, Sorry, I'm thinking about a couple things. I'm just looking through some things. I guess I could probably call this one here, but yeah, month of May has been very exciting. It's been kind of like a, if you think of months or like as like a season of like creating and like growing, like one is creating, one is growing. I would say this one has definitely been creating and like at least creating the site, creating the idea of doing the walks and uh, doing the Japanese learning, just kind of it's been kind of like a creating season. And I think next month is going to be a growing season and pushing a lot of what I learned this month onto there and just being better. So that's all from me. I'll let you guys go. Thanks for allowing me to kind of bypass the last 50 minutes of work, I guess. And yeah, I mean, take care, please. Please have a good day and be productive. And hopefully this time next month things will go a lot smoother, a lot nicer, and I'll have my site in a nice condition where I can upload to it frequently, and I can just start getting back to drawing and journaling and just hitting those goals that I have daily. So that's all from me. See you guys.